Good morning, everybody. Did some charting over coffee this morning. I got some OTC stocks to highlight this morning, so let's just get into them. First off, I'm not a financial advisor, so anything I talk about, do your own due diligence. And in regarding to the chart, I use the yearly chart and highlight the 20-day, 50-day, and 200-day moving average to make it easy. Keep it simple is the best way to go, in my opinion. So let's get right to it. GGSM, big volume came in yesterday, about 207 million or so. Had a strong close, about 0009. It looks like it wants to get out of trips, as they say. Recent highs of 0013 is in its sights if this volume buying pressure can continue. I'm not saying it's going to, but I think once it crosses 001 range, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more buys, buying pressure kick in, because that's where they like to see stocks get out of trips before they trade them. And so the next investors are in line waiting for this to come to them and see what happens. So I really like that one a lot. The next one is ECOX, another big volume day for this one, about 208 million shares traded, closed at 0022. It pushed off the 20-day moving average, about 0019 range. It opens up, basically a 003 test, in my opinion. I mean, not saying it will, obviously, but that's where I think recent highs were up around there, and it's starting to move right back up. So, keep an eye on that one. TWOH, I've highlighted this one before. It had a nice run the other day, and it had a retrace back into the 0017 range, but yesterday, strong move, took it right back up, closed at 0021. The support held pretty strong, had a nice push. Let's see if this one continues. I still like this one going forward, so I still think it's a nice buying area, in my opinion, but we shall see. AMFN, this was on my watch list yesterday, had a monster day, traded 26 million, which is a lot for a stock in the 16-cent range. And I think 20 cents a share is in its sights at this point. It's just making strong move after strong move, and you might even see it early today. Who knows? But this one just continues to hit people's radars, and they're excited about the company. So take a look at that. KITL, also highlighted yesterday, had a nice strong push off the 20-day. You love to see that. You love to see it tested and push off, because usually it's a strong move, and it makes the next move, they call the next leg up, even stronger. So it closed at 0041. It tested 005 range recently. I think it has a good chance of retesting, and it might even pop this time. Now that it's tested to 20, and that's where the strong support is, I think you're going to see some more buys hit. And once it passes the 005 range, people start talking about a penny. So let's get to the 5 first, okay? So keep that on your radar. EVLI, also highlighted yesterday, also had a strong move on almost 10 million shares traded, closed at 042. Did have news yesterday, which was received very well. It tested 5-cent range briefly before it pulled back and traded mostly into the low to mid 4s. I'm going to see if this can test it again. You test it, you break it, suddenly 5 cents can turn into support real quick. So continue to keep this one on watch, and anything over 5, you start looking at, okay, can it hit 10? Not saying it will, obviously, but that's what the mindset is. You cross 5, and people look at that next line of where can this go. A couple more to go. GBUX, an interesting one. Closed at 0066. A form bottom, had a huge consistent sell-off, but it looks like bottom was found. The 20-day and the 50-day moving average has been pushing us down for some time, and it caused, I guess you call it, separation. So suddenly when bottom hits, the 20-day moving average is now at 0096. So possibly go up and test that. I'm not obviously saying it's going to, but when bottom push happens and it starts gravitating towards the moving average, it can make it there, with ease. So we shall see on that. And the last one is SGMO, 14 cents a share. Continues to move its way higher off its bottom. The 20-day moving average is sitting at 17 cents, just over that. So I think that's a nice spot to test near term. So keep that on your radar. So that's about it for now. I'll check in later. Have a good trading day.